Poverty is complex and widespread. It devastates communities, families, and those most vulnerable, children. But in the midst of great poverty, God equips local churches to reach out to their neighbours, and sometimes a church needs a partner. That's where Compassion comes in. Compassion works in partnership with local churches in more than 26 developing countries around the globe to see children released from poverty in Jesus' name. Compassion is proudly child-focused, church-based and Christ-centred. We believe Jesus is the only one able to truly release children from the 4 forms of poverty: spiritual, socio-emotional, physical and economic. With Compassion's help, local people from communities all around the world are building relationships with children and showing them a path that will lead them out of poverty. It works by empowering mothers and nurturing babies through the Child Survival Program. It works by educating and equipping school-age children through the Child Sponsorship Program. It works by training tertiary students through the Leadership Development Program. It works by meeting specific needs through critical interventions. Together, these programs help around 6,000 local churches meet the needs of children in their communities.
By partnering with Compassion, it has expanded our heart as a congregation to really look globally and to really recognise that we can have an impact from our local region to the world, and really increased our generosity, which is fantastic growth for everybody and brings a real maturity to our people.
Well, we really researched Compassion heavily. We discovered an organisation that we could get involved in because of their accountability and their credibility as an organisation. The impact has been a lot more than I ever expected. I thought this would become just a mission thing on the side, but it's become the heart of the entire church. Become involved with Compassion because it'll change your congregation, it'll change their world outlook, and it'll change their love for the poor. And let's face it, that is our biblical mandate.
The biggest benefit of being in relationship with Compassion is that as a senior pastor, I don't need to be an expert on international missions or aid. Poverty is so much more than just meeting the physical needs, but we need to meet the spiritual needs of every child, and we need to give them a spiritual community, a family. What I really love about Compassion is that it's Christ-centered and church-based. I love the fact that Compassion resources us with information we need to know and gives us a practical way to encourage the whole church to be involved in transforming the world.
So, who is Compassion? We're 1.4 million children, babies, mums and students. We're hundreds of thousands of supporters, sponsors and advocates. We're convinced that Christ and His church all over the world can work wonders despite extreme poverty. We are Compassion, and we're releasing children from poverty in Jesus' name.